You're up, sir.
All right, welcome to the Rockingham County UCC. First of all, let's do a level one. Like AED and all is out there in the hall. Somebody needs it, one of us need to grab it. Everybody in here familiar with CPR? All right, if somebody needs that, we need to make sure we try to help out there. And I guess evacuation would be go through the front door out there to enter the parking lot if something were to happen to the building. Let's make sure that if we're not feeling well, that we have to get up, let somebody know that's in here, and to make sure to check on you if you're gone too long. If you got a call or something, of course, you might have to step out and take it. Anybody got a safety share?
Watch out for them deer because they are everywhere.
Yeah.
Looked like hamburger coming over here a while ago, just
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the side of the road.
It's everywhere. The fall of the year's coming around, leaves are falling. We hadn't had a lot of rain, but the dew and the frost in the mornings, we need to be careful. Slips, trips, and falls, of course. I've got that composite on some of my steps, and if it's a little bit of frost, you will bust it if you're not careful. So just make sure when you're stepping down early in the morning, lots of times it's dark and a lot of us leave, so just be careful. Anybody else got anything? All right, Paris, is up to you.
Thank you very much, sir. So welcome to the Rockingham. Let me get rid of that. Let me minimize that. All right, welcome to the Rockingham UCC for November. Hopefully everybody's got big Thanksgiving plans coming up. So some of the things that are taking place in November, the state UCC, that's going to take place next week on the 14th from 10 to 12. We do ask that the chair folks try to show up to those that are co-chairs. If you can't physically be there, I know it's in Asheville, so Roger, they try to move it around the state so different folks can attend. You can attend virtually via the Teams meeting, pop on there and say, hey, this is what we got going on. That's a chance for you to tell them what's going on within your UCCs, how many folks you have, how often you have it, type stuff. Same as the joint UCC when you attend that. LRPC is going to be in town, and that's going to be the 15th, the day after, 5009 High Point Road. So it will be at the NC 811 Event Center. And again, this is a reminder, it's between the local UCCs, what this one is, and then the state UCCs. This one focuses more on locate issues, right? Whether you're a contractor or you're paying somebody to go locate. This is the forum to voice your concerns over locate issues and try to come to some resolution. I believe if he's still sharing that, it is the gentleman from Duke Energy. I can see his face, but his name eludes me right now. He's over the locators. I'll think of his name in a minute. He'll come to me. Might be going down the road after this meeting, but he'll come to me. Veterans Day, so thank you for all the veterans who served. Remember 11th, but in observance for NC 811 purposes, we will observe it on the 10th. So just make sure that you do not include that in one of your 3 working days waiting for your ticket to mature. You call in your locates. And again, Thanksgiving's coming up, so November 23rd, and then the day after, the 24th. You'll also have to exclude them from your 3 working days. So 4 days right there. Again, that you won't be able to. Somebody's trying to jump in. Excuse me. I apologize. It's Joe. Hey, Joe.
Good morning, excuse me. Man ahead of my time.
Yeah, can you still see the presentation?
I see Thanksgiving and day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. Okay, outstanding. You can still see it. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, and if I may, it was difficult for me to get in is when I clicked the link that's in your email. It
Yes,
told
sir.
me this is a malicious link, and I went, what? So I went onto the website separate from the email invite.
Okay.
the UCC, and that's how I got in. So I don't know what's going on with the email you sent, but I
Well,
thought you should.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. Yeah, I've been out for 2 months. I just started work back yesterday. Not sure if I
Nice.
sent that out or if it's on autopilot off of my calendar.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
I-
just thought you should know. Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
Looking at the locate requests, October last month versus 2022, you can see across the board there is an increase, 12.6%. And then year to date, it has upticked 6.7%. 8.3% for the transmissions, October versus last year. And then 5.3 year to date. So across the board, locates are up. And I'm sure if you're out there doing any type of construction, you're seeing it as well. Rockingham, you can see the 3-hour decreased 12%, which is outstanding. The new tickets increased 40%. Unfortunately, ticket updates increased 26% as well. Average locates per day for this county, 101. And year to date, even though it was down last month, it is up 83.4%. New tickets year to date, 28.1, and then about 15% average on the ticket updates. 86 was the average locates per day, year to date. And then Rockingham, out of the 2,213, you can see Eaton, Madison, Reedsville, and Stoneville at all triple digits. All right, damages that were reported at Rockingham. Anybody care to venture a guess? Not you, because I sent you the report last month. Did you look at it? Rockingham, only 9 reported damages countywide. So either everybody here is doing an outstanding job or all the damages are not being reported. As a reminder, please, if you are a facility owner and you do incur damage, follow up with 811 to make sure that whoever damaged it is recorded, right? Because a lot of times if you're damaging something, you don't want to dime yourself out like a crook. Hey, I just robbed a bank down there. Hey, I just tore up the gas line. I didn't call a ticket in, or it was located and I ignored the mark, whatever it is. So the facility owner can follow up. At least we can capture that information and then turn it in to CGA, Common Ground Alliance. And the damage you can see, we're in October right here. They're continued to trend upward. Unfortunately, this was last year's. We're at last year. So yeah, it's not good. And then we'll go top 10 callers for Rockingham. You can see National On Demand, Diversified Utility, Utility Lines, Southeast Connections, Yates Construction, Duke Energy made the list. ULCS, Wolf Communication. I'm going to say they're going to do these fiber overbuilds in the area. Is that going on a lot up here?
Yeah,
You seeing a lot of that, Clint?
That Wolf, look at it, JSP Construction.
Yep.
Diversified, lots of that's for.
Utility Lines does they do gas and they do combo too, so. Or electrical. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't do gas.
They generally
Not
just
here.
reset poles and
Yeah.
stuff. Or whoever, you know. But as far as like the spectrum of fiber overbuild, at Wolf, at JSP, at Mastech, I think maybe. I think those 3 should be,
The majority of those are fiber.
yeah.
But in the National On Demand, they're doing fiber overbuilds as well, right?
Is that-
National On Demand, the #1 caller.
Yeah, they're doing a big, Diversified is doing a big fiber build for actual Duke Energy,
Are they?
down 220.
Okay. That's going to your,
I'm assuming the Blues,
different station.
but I don't know that.
Probably, yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Come on, Ann, you're in the know.
ask me about Castle County, that's where I'm in the know most.
Okay, I apologize. We've got our tower lighting come up November 29th. It's right across from the Durham Bulls ballpark. So if you are in the area and you would like to attend, we'll be there from 7 to 8:30. Actually, we'll be there a little earlier. We set up, we got a tent, we do our giveaways. We've got some ornaments. It's a pretty big deal. They've got a stage underneath the tower here, and all kind of stuff goes on. So we're usually in one of the walkways right over here. If you've never been in the area, it's pretty cool, and it's a good time. So if you want to, come check us out. And that is the 29th. Hey, there's our education team. So I'm looking at this, going through it. I said, how come Tammy's head's on a shovel? Y'all getting ready to throw her in the hole and chop her head off, right? So we're going through here. There's Mr. Howard. He covers the eastern part. And then Steve, he is our media relations specialist. He helps us put these together and does a lot of voiceovers. He puts the Pipe Plus together as well. And then the 5 sets of safe digging we do. Of course, you know me. And then my head was on the shovel. I said, well, dang, y'all getting ready to throw me in the hole too. Only 2 of us made the shovel. I'm not sure how that worked out, but anyhow. So a copy of this presentation along with the video recording, that'll be our minutes, and the sign-in, Ross, will be uploaded to the NCUCC website. I'll do that this afternoon as I work on the rest of my presentations for this month. So, sir, barring any questions or comments, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Barry.
Oh, my pleasure.
I guess what we can do is go around the room and talk about projects or some things that's happening in the county. To start on your side, and I know Scotty's new in this area, but Josh is a little familiar with some of the things that we have to do up there.
Really hadn't been doing much up this area. They've been running as hard in Burlington. I know it's not this county, but as far as our times, I haven't had many calls for anything.
Most of our stuff up here, I think, is probably going to be new renewal stuff like that.
Yeah, had a couples, renewal stuff.
And of course, those 2, they're optics, so we'll take out previous jobs. Some of the ones is relocates or problem customers are having, so they go out and do that. As far as I know, everything's going pretty good here. Of course, we're not as bad on leaks here as we have been in the damages, as we have been in the past, so I think we're doing pretty good on that. Ann, what you got going on?
Most of us now just got the routine customer stuff coming in. I don't know of any major projects that are going on. No one's passed anything to me.
Okay. All right, David, let's hear your story.
Again.
We have a renewal project, relocate on Stadium Drive, about 3,500 foot 4-inch. We have a bridge project that we're relocating on Island Drive. That's about 600 foot. They should be finishing that up by tomorrow.
Is that the same as Barnes or different?
That's Island
Island Drive?
in, Madison. Barnes is up with the region. And, Stadium Barnes is one that they just did the retirement on it. And so that one is completed except for a little bit of paving work.
All right, Eric, you got anything coming up?
Not as, like David kind of stole the thunder there on all the projects. So he knows about them just about like I do, because of course he's our contractor doing all the projects, and but nothing new as of right now. Still some replacement work and some shorter work. But other than that, nothing too major.
Clint, I know you got a few things going on.
Yeah, the Yates construction is getting ready to get cranked up on that sewer force main along 220. Diversified is still running that fiber along 220 as well for Duke Energy. Spectrum is all across the county doing the big fiber build. NCDOT started, on the English side is the contractor, but they're doing the 158, 14 bridge over 29. That's under construction now. Still got the Smith Road Bridge overpass. 770 Bridge is still under construction over 220. As far as the gas lines and stuff, like you said, this encroachment wise, P&G's kind of slowed down on some middles, but we do have the big, the stadium project. there was a big project off of 65 toward Auburn Mill Road, tied into that subdivision up there. I think, from my knowledge, that's been completed now. What is the timeline on getting that Stadium Drive project started? Because I know some of that was within the DOT project limits of the sidewalk.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because we have an approved encroachment.
There's two, both of them are approved, I
But
think.
we was going back to the city of Eden about a water line. From the last I talked to, who's your utility coordinator? Patrick? That I was coordinating with, and he told us to hold off at the moment for that.
Okay.
Somebody was the water line for the city of Eden. I had some questions for them, so that's why I haven't started yet. Go.
I would just ask it, once you get ready to mobilize and start, that you do notify us
Absolutely.
prior to
Yeah.
starting the project.
So that part on Barnes, right there,
Trigger.
that's completed, right?
That is.
Okay, I seen it noticed last week, I thought, so everything except for the final pavement, is that correct? That's correct. I mean, that temporary's held up pretty good there.
That's
See
the
that?
one I kept getting about the patch where
Right.
our crew
Right.
went spotted in the room.
That's it.
See,
Yeah.
that contractor's let, I'm pretty sure, the 158 bridge and Barnes Street's let at the same time.
Okay,
So that's not part of the same contract or whatever. And I thought they were going to kind of do the same thing that they're doing. If you've been out on 14, they've kind of got traffic shifted to one side,
Mhm.
and they're going to replace it. And that's kind of the game plan for Barnes Street as well. We got Dan Valley Road, that bridge started too, and I'm sure, y'all have to do a big relocate for that one.
And I think we took that station out there, so that's been tied back in. I think our crew done that, so. Then who was it, that was a major project, it also moved some of that.
The part that was on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think all that's done,
They're down there.
so, yeah.
They had the bore under
That board up on it, so that's, all that's complete. Okay. Yeah, Dam Valley, that's pretty big.
it.
All right,
Yeah, that's kind of all I got. Like I said, in the event, you've got to get out there and do any kind of construction, whether it's some kind of maintenance or open cuts or whatever's going on. If it's an emergency type situation or a leak, I would just ask that, we be notified.
Okay.
Because we've got so many people, there's so many contractors working throughout the area now. And I've got two guys that's working under me. And so when they go out and they see a crew working, well, they're like, do you have an encroachment? And if not, what's the situation? What's going on? Who are you working for? We're having to go through all those steps to determine who it is,
Would you be a good POC for that, Clint? If somebody had to go out there to do some maintenance or do an emergency, to let you know?
And like at
Okay.
night time's a different story also.
Right. But like, there's an open cut, I think it's on Mineral Springs Road at Old Covered Bridge Road or something. There's an open cut. I've got a picture of it on my phone, and one of my inspectors showed me. And it's just right there at I don't know if it was a tap or what they had to do, but they had to open cut the road and pave it, and then the marker is like right on the edge of pavement. Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But like, I don't know anything about it, I don't know who done it, when it was done.
Mineral Springs and,
It's right there, Old Covered Bridge Road. You know where Mineral Springs is right before you get to the Dan River Bridge over
Right.
into Madison.
right,
You turn to the left and kind of go through those sharp curves. The Old Covered Bridge Road comes down. That's a really, really bad curve right there.
Is it the one that dead ends and the river's right here and that road comes? That's where I met System Integrity out there the other day, but I don't know that they did, where they were having the pits and the coating issue.
oh, that's right, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They were getting,
Well, who was it?
they had to do a leak survey on it.
Was that Mears?
I don't know if they've they've come and done the work now. I don't know. So I don't know if they were the ones that would have cut.
He said it was open hole. And he said, was that in the road clean?
That's probably been 2 months ago. I met with Dylan and some of the other System Integrity guys.
Hey, while we're waiting on those, Bobby, if you would, go ahead and sign in the chat section, please, so we can capture your information.
I hadn't been out there and looked at it, but that patch is looking rough.
I bet that's where.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, we'll get in touch with Sister Interior and let them know about that.
Call Ron Collins.
So you got anything else, Clean?
No, like I said, just notification to DOT,
Okay.
just so we're in the loop on what's going on, and, you know, process of encroachments. And, I guess one, I probably should have led with this, Jason Julian is retired now out of the regional district office.
Oh, really?
And so Bobby is actually filling in interim right now, and at some point, we will have another district engineer. I'm not sure how soon that will be, but Bobby is the interim district engineer in our office.
Your number's still 613-0575.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Joel, you got anything?
Yes, sir. If I heard you right earlier, and again, apologies for being late, I had difficulty getting in. But if I heard you right earlier, the county had 9 reported damages. Is that
That's
what I
correct.
heard?
Yep.
Okay,
That's across the county. Yep.
right. Gas damages, there was actually, I guess 3 of those were gas. And one was due to an excavator failed to maintain clearance, one was a locator error, and one was a notification, no notification rather, to the one call center. And the point I want to make about that last one, it's recently, it has not been homeowners that do the no notification, but in this case, it was a homeowner that had a no notification. And that sounds, you know, opposite of what it should be, but there's been a concerted effort to reach out to the people that are doing the no calls. And I think this is indicating maybe it's having an effect. So it's good and bad at the same time. You know, still there was a no call, but in this case, it was a homeowner and not a contractor who should know better, which obviously this month they had 1 damage as a contractor, and the locators had 1. So it's all equal opportunity this month. 1, 2, 3, each one had 1. The last thing I want to say is that the DPT trend for the year so far, if you compare it to 21 and 22, 21 the damage per thousand was 2.30 for the year. That in 22 was 2.17. So there's a trend going down. And then this year so far, not counting October because these are September numbers that I'm giving you, through September, it's 2.05. So it's a positive trend showing less. Let's hope that it continues that way and stays closer to the 2. So that's what I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. You think any of that comes back to like TRC visiting or anything like that?
Absolutely. I absolutely think the Watch and Protect program is, you know, really coming through for P&G. The way they reach out, whether it's TRC or SAM, Watch and Protect, either one, they're making great inroads to the contractors and with the locators, and good communication between everybody, and it's helping things, I think, tremendously. And the program started 3 years ago. So there you go. You can see just this alone is showing there's a trend downward. And one point that I'm not going to have the exact number in front of me, but there was for this year from January to I think it was April. So again, don't quote me on the specific numbers, but there was over 6,000 Watch and Protect visits in the North Zone. And of all of those visits, there were 17 damages. That tells me that they are making great communication and contacts in the field, helping to bring down damages. And that's a tremendous percentage. We don't want any damages, obviously, but the influence, I think, of the Watch and Protect program is verified by that one statistic.
Okay, thank you, Joel. Is everybody here familiar with TRC? And of course, Sam. You know, there are people that go out, if it's unlocated in any way possible, they'll get it fixed to where it can be located. If not, you know, then they call us, of course, and we send a technician or somebody out to locate it. But I think that has helped a lot. And as far as communications with our heath locators, I mean, it seems to be getting a little better here. You know, Alex, I don't know if y'all know Alex Darkins, he's a supervisor over Heath. If you ever have any problems, you can contact me, Joel, or whoever, and we can contact him and we can get locators out there right away if that's what's needed. So don't hesitate to call.
Thank you, Howard. That's exactly right.
Thank you, Joel. All right. You got anything else, Joel?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Bobby Norris.
He's with the DOT.
Okay.
He's a, I think they said he's an acting engineer.
Oh. Bobby, you on?
Yes, I'm on. You know, as Clint's discussed, you know, we've got a lot of contractors out there working on the roads. The biggest thing is, you know, us get notified of work happening, because, you know, we get the calls and complaints. And we just need to know that the work is going on. So if there's contractors out there, just, you know, Clint's number is the same, even if they just shoot him an email saying we're going to be working out such and such area. As far as encroachments, I think everything's good. Clint hasn't informed me of any issues. You know, like I said, I am acting district engineer up there now. I'm originally from that area. I used to be the district engineer about 9-10 years ago. So I'm familiar with the area. I see some familiar faces. You know, yeah, I apologize. I was late coming in. I had another meeting that overran a little bit. I was wanting to be there in person, but just my schedule couldn't get it worked out. But if there's any questions, issues, or problems that you guys have, you know, feel free to give me a contact. You know, email me. I put my email up there, or contact Clint, and we can definitely work through. Clint's very good at making sure that, you know, very thorough, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. The open cuts, what he was talking about, being notified, those are the issues that I'm talking about. You know, I know there's blanket encroachments out there that allow some work to be done without even notifying us of it, but we still like to be notified that the work is going on.
And that's fair, and I agree with that. Do you want someone like our DPS or something to maybe have your number for up here? Have you got it? Okay. All right, that's fine. They've got it. Eric said they had their number. I'll just get it from him because I don't think I have your number. That's all right. I'll get it from her. All right. Anybody else got anything? All right. I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Parrish.
So the next time we get together is going to be January the 10th. And I'll go over here to make sure that the facility is available for us before I leave. And with that, hope everybody has a very happy and safe Thanksgiving and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There's going to be 3 holidays that we're going to celebrate that we won't be together.
All right. Well, if nobody else has anything, I guess we're done, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank y'all.
Y'all have a good day. Be safe.
Thanks,
Y'all do the
everybody.
same. Take care.
And if you need anything, let us know.
Thank you.
Yeah.